Hi everyone and welcome back to a brand new video. So I went on Instagram and tried out their new Q&A feature they do have on the Instagram stories. If you're not following me on Instagram, come and follow me on Instagram. Plugs already. And I asked all of your questions and by God did you send me a hell of a lot of questions. So I'm going to do as many as I can in this. If you did happen to ask me anything regarding piercings or modification, I'm saving that for a brand new piercing FAQ on its own. But let's get into these questions. Yes! Any bad habits? I don't really have any bad habits now that I've got a little bit older. One or two things that I still do kind of do, which annoys me, is I don't take cups and things out of my room. I always leave them in. Like I'll have a cup and then I want to get another drink, and instead of taking the same cup and using it, I'll take another from the cupboard, and then before you know it, I've got the entire kitchen in my bedroom. And I also tend to bite my knuckles. A lot of people bite their nails and I'm like, ew, I hate biting nails, I think it's gross. But I bite my knuckles on these bits. I don't know why. It's a thing that I just do when I'm not thinking. I don't realize I'm doing it half the time, and that's kind of gross. But I don't really have any massive bad habits that's detonating. Would you like me to draw you some fan art? Oh my gosh, so recently, I don't know what's happened recently, but I've suddenly had this influx of people drawing me, and I absolutely love it. It's so cute. I think it's literally probably the sweetest thing anyone can do. So if you would like to draw me, you're more I'm more than happy to, see these photos and drawings and things. That would be incredible. God's sake. Do people have to die right now? If you make a YouTuber book, what would it be called? I'd probably call it something non-existent because it wouldn't happen. When did you shave your head for the first time? Gosh, so I went through a weird phase when it came to my head shaving. So I started losing my hair when I was 16. And I cut it short and had spiky hair, the kind of classic-y, kind of chavvy kind of look. As I got a bit older and it got I could start to see it really receding, I then started to kind of just cut it short. I was doing I had clippers. And then at the Christmas of 2012, I decided I'm gonna try and grow my hair back. So then I looked like this. It was utterly ridiculous. I don't know what the hell I thought I was doing, but I looked stupid. You could clearly see my hairline was so badly receded at this point. And then after 2012, I kept it for about 6 months. And then I was just do you know what? Let's just shave it short. So I started shaving it really short, grade 1-ish on the clippers, pretty much down to the metal. I would say 6 months after doing that, I just started shaving it the way that I do now. And now I shave my head every 2 to 3 days. And now it's all scalpalicious as it is now. It's weird because at one point in my life, losing my hair was the most upsetting thing I could possibly imagine. To me, it was almost even scarier than being gay. It was just terrifying. But now, the thought of having hair again, it fills me with so much dread. And people always ask me, would you ever have your hair again? If you could take a pill, would you have your hair would you grow it ever again? Blah, blah, blah. No, to me, that's the worst thing I could ever do. I love being bald. I love it. I'm so happy with just having a bald head. I'd love it. So, have you ever wanted to be a straight man instead? I am straight. Are you at Sitsi on the Saturday? I've had several people ask me about Summer in the City, so yes, I am going to be at Summer in the City this weekend. I'm so excited. I'm going to be there Friday, Saturday, and Sunday. I'm going to be there for the whole 3 days, and I've got the bullying and harassment panel at 12 o'clock on the Saturday, and I also have the gender identity panel the time is on Sunday, and I'm also got a meet and greet on Sunday as well. My first ever meet and greet. I'm really excited, so hopefully a lot of you got me on your ballot. If you did happen to get me, let me know down below, and I'll meet some of you this weekend, and I'm so excited! Oh my god. What's it like living with Kalyn McSwiggan? I don't think there's any words to describe the torment and harassment I've had to endure from living with him.
Just kidding.
How are you not more popular? I mean, I don't know, I'm flawless. There's not really a real answer to this. I guess I haven't been making the stuff that, goes massive or whatever. But every time you like and comment on a video, it helps me out so much. And if you want to do even further, you can share the videos on your social medias and, really help. You guys are one of the biggest reasons why people go big. And I think you guys helping spread the word out people's channels and everything helps so much. Do you own any Jeffree Stehr makeup, albums, or merch? If so, what's your favorite? I mean, if you follow me on Twitter, you'll know this already, but I go on about Jeffree Stehr all the time. I'm he changed my life back in the early days. I knew him from MySpace. I knew him from 2008, 2009 time. And I've got all of his music. I've owned his Beauty Killer album. I also have all of his other EPs. And I'm just obsessed with him. I love him. I'm a huge Jeffree Stehr fan, and I've been loving this the series on Shane Dawson's channel. Literally, I'm so glad that so many people are getting to kind of see the Jeffree Stehr that we, like the real fans, know who he is like, and like I'm glad that he's getting sort of like that's like seen like that from like a wider scale, because I think a lot of people look at his past and think of the problematic things and don't let it go, although I do believe he has changed, and I do believe that. Anyway, long story, but yeah, I'm a huge Jeffree Stehr fan. I have all of his music. I am just obsessed, and I can't wait. If he makes more music, I will die. If he makes more music, I will die. How old are you? How old do you think I am? Comment down below. I'm 28 years old. Don't comment down below, because if you say older, I'll get really triggered. 36! Ugh. What is my biggest fear? I love typos and autocorrect. My biggest fear is actually death. There's something I can't even talk about too much, it'll start to freak me out. If I actually sit and think about death, like, or if I see something that makes me think about it, and like I sort of think about it in like an abyss way, or like, you know, I think about the unknown, or I think about kind of like the everlasting darkness, like it freaks me. The everlasting darkness. It freaks me out so much that I literally start panicking, and I'm like, I start getting worked up, and like, oh yes, oh gosh, no. It's almost the same kind of thing as like if you think of nothing. If you try your hardest to think of nothing, it freaks you out. To me, if you try and think of space and the vastness of space and how big it is, it freaks you out. The same as the ocean. If you think too much about the ocean and how large it is and what could be there, freaks you out. The same for me comes with death. It's like kind of not knowing, like you think, you overthink everything, and you can't think about it because you don't know anything, like you don't know what it is. Which do you prefer, cake or pie? This is a hard question. So ask Roly, asking the real questions that people want to know. No, oh my god, because I love steak pie. Oh my god, I love steak pie. I love like apple pie and like rhubarb pie and everything. Oh my god, but I also like cake, because as my best friend Hannah will tell you, Roly likes cake. I love cake, but I also love pie. No, don't make me do this. I'm not answering. I refuse. I basically refuse. Roly, if you could meet your 15-year-old self again, what would you do and what would you say? Cut your bloody hair. You look like an idiot. What alcoholic drink is your fave? Oh, what a lovely question. Oh, I got there's lots of things. I'm because I'm a faggot, I love my fruity drinks. Fruity for the faggot. No, I love me some, like, I love me some faggot. I love like fruity cocktails. Like, thing is, I don't know names of them. I know, like, they just have to have like strawberries and raspberries or like that kind of things in with like some vodka or something. Oh yeah. Guys, can I just tell you that it's so hot. I've got a ring light on me. I have a light to my side here for my second camera. Hi, breaking the fourth wall. I also have a light behind me, so you can see here, and it's just so hot, and everything's closed, and it's like 30 degrees, and I'm dying. Are you hyped for American Horror Story Season 8? Thing is, okay, so I always get so excited when they start, and I love it. But I find a lot of the time with this series is that they kind of go a bit crazy halfway through. Like Freak Show is a perfect example of like them going, we don't know what to do, so we're just gonna do whatever, like we're just gonna make some crazy stuff happen. Like, I just felt like they didn't understand what they were doing, and like towards the end of Freak Show, it just became completely ludicrous. And Hotel did the same thing. It started off great and then just went ludicrous and everything was just mental. I did like the latest one, Cult, and I that's probably the newest one that I've seen that I've actually enjoyed pretty much the whole way through. But even so, the ending I still wasn't too happy about. So I don't know, like, I'm really excited. I'm really excited to see Jessica Lange back in because, you know, she's queen. I don't know, I'm just hoping that it sort of maybe harkens back to the early stages, because like Murder House and Asylum, I love those two. Coven I quite liked as well. Like those three series, like I felt were really good. After then, I kind of feel like they went a little bit crazy. What's your relationship status? What the hell is that? I am single and I'm ready to mingle, bitch. No one's gonna wanna get with me, let's be honest. How hard was it to find your true self? Did it take a while to feel comfortable in yourself? I think any LGBTQ+ person, I think it takes a long time for people to find themselves. Even outside the community, like, you literally change your entire life. You never stay the same person forever. And I think if you're the same person as you were 10 years ago, I think that's a bit bizarre. I am nothing like I was even 2 years ago, let alone 10. I'm always finding out new things about me. I'm always finding out new things about my identity and who, like, you know, what I like to do and, you know, my mindset on things, and like, just, I constantly change, and it's like, you just have to accept that happens and, you know, embrace change, embrace differences, embrace that kind of stuff, and it's a lot easier. You are the only one that you have to impress, and you don't have to impress anyone else in your life. It's just you. The only one who's gonna see you through your entire life is yourself. The only one that is going to, you know, be with you until the very end is yourself, and you have to make sure that you make you happy, regardless of anyone else or regardless of what anyone else says to you. Like, be yourself, be fast, amazing, be gay, be everything you want to be. It's only a bitch of the tea can't be you because you are flawless. How many beauty spots do you have in total? I actually don't know how many I have. Like, so a lot of people like question about these kind of things. I just have some moles or whatever like on my face. I have quite a few like along here. To be honest, I actually don't like them very much at all. I'm actually terrified of like cancer and stuff. I was actually thinking about getting quite a lot of them removed when I can afford it, especially like these ones on my neck. Like, I wish I could just get like clear my entire neck up. I'd rather have like a little tiny scar rather than this sort of big brown kind of circle on my face. Biggest regret? So this is obviously going to sound rather cliche, but I don't regret much, to be honest, because it's made me who I am today. Kind of one thing I wish I was a little bit better with was I wish I kind of, you know, honed in my YouTube skills earlier on, because I would be a lot more successful. You know, oh no, fair enough, it wasn't really my fault because I didn't know that much about YouTube when I lived in Devon. Like, I haven't always lived in London. For the new people, I moved from the southwest of England back in 2015. So I didn't really know that much about how to sort of market myself on YouTube, but I kind of wish I researched a bit better, because I probably would be a lot, you know, larger on YouTube now if I did, you know, better back then. If you had to kill one of your roommates, who would it be? Don't need to kill him, we moved out. What does your head feel like? I don't know. What does my head feel like? Just skin. What's the funny thing is, actually, the first time I ever really shaved my head, the feeling of like feeling like stuff against it when I would go to bed, or if I ever wore a hat, or if, you know, when I'm just drying my head or whatever, the first ever time feeling that on your scalp is so weird. Do you have a quote / motto that got you out / helped with a tough situation or inspires you? So my sort of like inspirational quote is actually like a song lyric from Melanie C's song called Think About It. And the lyric, the line is, only you regret the things you don't do. And it just sort of really sort of like hit me when I first heard it. And it was like, it's true, because it really helped me kind of accept the fact that, you know, if I don't do the stuff that I don't want to, like, that I want to do now, and I don't accept who I am, or I don't, you know, be my true self, it will definitely, I'm the only one who's going to regret that. No one else is going to care, really, ultimately, depending on who's in your life. They're not going to care the things you don't do. Only you will regret the things you don't do. And I thought when I first heard that, I was like, that's true. And I sort of, ever since that sort of day, 2011, when it came out, I was just like, yes, it's true. And I sort of used that as my motivation to kind of do what I wanted to do and to really sort of try to, you know, improve myself and do the things that scare me and all that good kind of stuff. Are you religious / do you believe in God? So, I mean, obviously my biggest fear is death, but I don't believe that there's like a God that, you know, looks down on us and, you know, protects us, because I feel like there's far too much crappy things that go on in the world for that to be a real. I am someone who believes in ghosts. I do believe in that, you know, like, you know, spirits and things. I think it's difficult for me to say I don't believe in an afterlife or whatever when I say I believe in ghosts. I believe we were either put here by something else, like an alien race, or, you know, a higher power from, you know, a different time, whatever, and we've kind of grown from that. I don't not believe in evolution. I just don't think evolution started on its own. I feel like it started from something or from someone or like some creation. I don't know, but I'm not religious in the normal sense of like, I believe there's a God looking down us, looking at you've got to follow these commandments and like you can't do this, and like I'm not religious in that way. I just believe that there's, I don't know. I don't really know, to be honest. Oh, it's creepy. What's your favorite ways to chill out when not doing YouTube? So I love making music. I'm a big music fan, so I love to create music on my computer and stuff, and I make hands-up remix covers sometimes for YouTube, which is great. I also love horror films. I love watching horror films and going through that. And obviously with my housemate Kalyn, we do tend to watch a lot of Netflix. So we just finished watching Orange is the New Black, which is really nice. So that's been great. I really enjoyed watching through that. And I recently watched a TV series called Pose. It was on FX. It was not actually in the UK yet, so I've had to stream it. Naughty. But that was really, really good for like queer culture and like the ballroom scene of like people of color and everything back in the day, like back in the 80s, I think it was. And it's really good to see like real LGBTQ plus people getting representation and like being able to play these roles. And I think it's great because a lot of the time, you know, people like to either whitewash it or like put straight people in the acts, and it's just like triggered. How did you know you weren't straight? Interesting question. Little inside knowledge to Roly's like past. I used to watch WWF back when WWE was called WWF. I was a big wrestling fan when I was really, really young, and I was all. This is kind of when I knew I was a little bit different than most other little boys. I was always very fascinated with all the wrestlers and like their, you know, they would always wear sort of like tight spandexy kind of like underwear and like trousers and things. So I was always very fascinated with that area. This is embarrassing. I just like the fact that there was like musty guys like rolling around each other and throwing them around. I was always very much attracted to that. Ever sort of, I wouldn't say maybe like 6, 7, 8 years old. Like when I used to watch wrestling, like I was very fascinated with it because of that reason. And you know, looking back now, I know that's what it is. Yeah, I used to watch wrestling, and that was my kind of inclination that I wasn't into girls. I am only a tiny percentage through the questions. Like when I said I had a lot of questions, I wasn't being exaggerative. Like these are all the questions here, and I just got so many. So please don't be upset if I didn't get to your question. There's literally so many on here. So I'm going to save a lot of them for like another Q&A just because I don't want them to go to waste. So I'm going to save all them for another one. Thank you so much for all your questions though. I do appreciate it. It's been so much fun doing my first kind of like Ask Roly through Instagram. I thought it was really good. So make sure you hit the like button. So it's really helped me out. It just, oh my God, it does help me out so much. And share with your friends what good kind of stuff, and subscribe and come and follow me on my social medias, my Twitter, Facebook and Instagram, all that good kind of stuff. It helps me out so much. I also want to say a big shout out to Kelly Bowser and Merrin Goldie, who are my top 2 Patreons. Thank you so much for going Patreon. And if there's a link down below if you want to come to Patreon and join the family there as well. I love you all. Be fabulous, amazing, be gay, be everything you want to be, and don't need a bitch that they take on with you because you are flawless. And I'll see you all very soon. Bye!